Hello everyone, let's make some spaghetti. Now, yes, in case you're wondering, I can cook down my own spaghetti using real tomatoes, but we're not doing that today. What we're going to do first is brown some ground beef with a little bit of olive oil, just a little bit. And while that is starting to cook, I wanted to show you to buy better quality tomato sauce and always look the ingredients. For example, this particular one, you can see it starts out with tomatoes as the first ingredient. Now this tomato sauce is a little pricier, but I bought it when it was a buy one get one, which made it very affordable. So not that I'm promoting this particular brand, but it is one of the ones that I like. As you can see, the ingredients are just tomatoes, olive oil, onion, sea salt, basil, garlic, and some spices. Isn't loaded with a bunch of crap we don't need. We'll get back to that. While my ground beef is cooking, remember to cook your ground beef thoroughly. A lot of people tend to stop cooking it after all of the red is gone out of it and the meat is kind of gray looking, but it actually, to bring out the flavor of the ground beef, you actually need to cook it more than that, more thoroughly. Also, what I like to do is I like to add my seasonings to the ground beef now, so I don't have to re-season the tomato sauce. I can just season the meat, and then that seasoning will leach out in the tomato sauce once I put it in there. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use. First, a little bit of Italian seasoning. That's a pound of ground beef, so I'd say about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I have a second type of Italian seasoning I got from Trader Joe's. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in, about the same thing, about a teaspoon. I like to add about a half a teaspoon of oregano. About a half a teaspoon of basil. And about a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Don't add any salt at this point. Just about everything we cook with has salt in it, so be careful on the salt. I had the ground beef in the freezer, that's why it's a little stiff. Once it loosens up, the seasoning will incorporate very well. This is about a half a yellow onion, chopped. We have a teaspoon here of, well, this is more like a tablespoon of minced garlic. You can buy fresh garlic, I recommend that, but like I said, I'm making it quick and easy today, so I got some minced garlic. I guess some people call that jarlic because it comes in a jar. In the background there, I have a pot getting ready for my spaghetti. You can use any spaghetti you want, thin spaghetti, linguine, regular spaghetti, elbow macaroni, doesn't matter. I'm using this today because it was on sale, buy one get one. This particular brand, by the way, they slow dry the pasta and therefore it tastes better. So I would buy this, but I waited until it went on a buy one get one, and so therefore the price was very reasonable. Now, as you can see, the spaghetti the meat is just about, all the red of it is just about out, and therefore it looks like it's ready to go into a pot of your spaghetti sauce, at least in a minute or two from now. But I personally will cook it until it is drier and the gray looking color is gone and it looks more brown, and a lot of the liquid then starts to dry up. The liquid starts to dry up, which makes the ground beef, in my opinion, taste much better. So this spaghetti meal that we're making today is really nothing special. It's not a secret recipe. It's just a reminder of a good way to make a quick meal for the family, and goes along pretty quick, and it's always fun and exciting to have spaghetti. So there's that. Our ground beef is coming along well. I had said before, most people would have already stopped cooking it by now and added it to the sauce. I will not do that. I will cook it until a lot of the moisture is gone and it's a little browner in color. That brings out the flavor of the ground beef, I think, at least in my opinion. At this point, our ground beef is ready to go into our pot. So let's switch. Okay, we can turn our heat down to low because our meat is all cooked. And we can go ahead and add in our tomato sauce. Now, based on this much meat, you could easily put in 2 jars of tomato sauce. However, I like my spaghetti to be meatier, so therefore I'll only add 1. Again, with a pound of ground beef, you can put 2 jars of tomato sauce. Like I said before, I personally like my spaghetti to be meatier, so therefore I'm only using 1 jar of tomato sauce. Great thing about an induction range, you don't have to worry about burning your fingers. Spilled a little bit so I can clean around it and not have to worry about touching a hot stove. Okay, so that's going to simmer on low for a few minutes. My spaghetti back here is all done. I'll turn that off and drain it. One of the things I like to do, even though I am using a jarred tomato sauce, I like to put fresh tomatoes in the tomato sauce. What I've done is chop them up and kind of de-seeded them by, after chopping them up, I rinse them well to get a lot of the seeds out. So that's what I have here. This is about a 1/2 cup. Now I'm going to do something that I normally don't do. I usually like to make my own meatballs. However, Publix had these already made meatballs in the frozen section, buy one get one. So I couldn't pass up on them. This is them here. Angus beef meatballs. I get the beef kind because my wife doesn't like pork, so I don't add any pork. But anyway, I'm going to put those in there to let them cook. So as my spaghetti sauce is simmering, these meatballs will cook. And now I have even more meat in my meat sauce. This will take about a good 45 minutes to an hour because I added these meatballs. And we'll just let that cook and then we'll serve it up. And that's all you got to do. So you can contact me on my website if you have any questions. Now, I am a book author and I mostly write children's books, but I do have a couple of adult reads on there. The website is www.edwardsharpe, Sharp has an E on the end, so it's Edward Sharpe, that's SHARPE, all run together, Edward Sharpe Author, AUTHOR. It's all run together. www.edwardsharpauthor.com. Go to the contact page. Send me a comment. Say hello. I will respond to you. And you could see some of the books that I've written. I will tell you this. None of the books are about cooking. Even though on my YouTube channel, I have nothing but cooking videos and cooking whatever they're called. But I don't write cooking books. So anyway, say hello, okay? Bye-bye.